Hey, this is Seth with In Demand Career. I show people how to get life-changing jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is my May 2024 digital marketing career walkthrough, where I will walk you through just a handful of the over 104,000 open digital marketing jobs in the United States alone. I'm going to show you how to decipher these job postings and give you an insight as to how my students get hired into these very high-paying, high-secure jobs with very little experience just from what they learned in my course. I'm going to teach you a little bit about how the employers think and what they are looking for. So let's jump right into this position here, the Assistant Media Manager Paid Search, Atlanta, Georgia, but it's remote. It's actually an employee-owned agency, which is pretty cool. That means it's like not going to be a corporate culture. It's going to probably be much more cool place to work, I would say. So the job is support digital media teams in day-to-day tasks across Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, Meta, Pinterest, and other platforms. And as I say again and again, guys, it's always going to be Google Ads. It's going to be the #1 platform. It's still Google, even though TikTok, Instagram are huge in social media. Search marketing, where you go to a search box and type in, I need to buy a pair of sneakers or something, Google is still the #1 advertising platform on the planet. It's where most of my students get their jobs, and it's the main skill I focus on. So Google Ads, Microsoft Ads is also important. It's obviously Bing Ads is what they could call them, but the Bing search engine has just a small percentage of the search engine marketing share. Google is still king. It's good to know Bing. Google is still king, but it's good to know Bing. I like that. And then Meta, of course, is Facebook advertising, and then things like Pinterest, LinkedIn, etc. are very, very minor. Google, Facebook are always going to be top. So again, bachelor's degree in marketing, desirable but not required. And as I say to you guys again and again and again, it is not required at all. Human resource departments across the country for decades have been putting bachelor's degree required. As you keep up with the news, you're seeing every year companies are eliminating bachelor's degree requirements because employers realize it's just what they're teaching in these schools has nothing to do with anything. Marketing majors do not learn anything about digital, and that's why you really shouldn't worry about it. If you happen to have a bachelor's degree in marketing or economics or something, that's great, but don't worry about it. Some of my most successful students do not even have a degree. But it says at least 1 year of marketing, PPC, or paid media is preferred. First of all, it says preferred, not required. That's also an indication this is a very good opportunity. And again, when you see 1 year of experience, guys, that is an indication that they are open to someone with any amount of experience. I have had students apply for jobs that said you need 4 years of experience and get hired. When it says 1 year, if you come in with a few months that you learned and executed from my course, you will be a very strong candidate. They want you to use Excel, interest in digital media, fast-paced collaborative environment, familiarity with SEO principles, Google Ads certification. This is funny. It says Google Ads certification. It's kind of saying one thing and then another thing. But the point is, everything you do in the course, getting Google Ads certified, running a few campaigns, understanding how the interface works, doing the SEO audit, this is a really good opportunity here. So Assistant Media Manager Paid Search, I would definitely check it out. Remember guys, I'm repeating this again and again, when you see there's 612 applicants, don't be intimidated. That probably means that they have a lot of unqualified applicants. When you see people with things like customer service and leadership and social media on their LinkedIn profiles, those are not high income skills, those are not high value skills. That usually indicates it's people who are applying that do not have the actual skill sets that the employer wants. So I would definitely apply this. And remember, I always tell you guys, check out the company, research the company, and customize your applications. All right, here's the next opportunity. Digital Media Coordinator Paid Search with RKD Group. This is an entry-level position making $40 to $50K a year, guys. This is the sweet spot. This is the type of position that I tell you guys to look for because this is a very appropriate entry-level salary. Remember, you're coming in with no experience. Once you get about 3-6 months experience or even a year, you can be leveraging up to those 60, 70K a year jobs. But starting out 40, 50K is fantastic, and this is remote. Very interesting. It's been up for 2 weeks with only 89 applicants, which is also a very good opportunity. Now, what's interesting about this opportunity is that it talks about the Google Ad Grant Management. Now, if you're in my course, you've seen me suggest that you volunteer to get hands-on experience. And the Google Ad Grant is basically where Google gives money to nonprofits, about $10,000 a month for certain nonprofits to advertise. They have so much money, I guess it's one of their ways of trying to give back. But what's great about that is these nonprofits, they end up with $10,000 a month in Google credit and they have no idea how to run ads. So they have someone like you who's done my course take over the account, and then you get a lot of great experience managing a nonprofit's ads. But these guys specifically at this job want you to have experience doing that, which is fantastic. Writing text ads, ad extensions, keyword research, all those things, optimizing for CPA, all the stuff you do in the course. They also, it says here, SEO and keyword recommendations. Now, I tell you guys in my course to learn both PPC and SEO and learn at least a little bit of each. Now, when you see paid search is the main job, that you should be able to get this job without any knowledge of SEO. But if you happen to know SEO on top of that, it is just going to make you that more of an attractive candidate, which is why I want you guys to learn both things. Prefer 1 year of experience. Again, guys, that means you could have 2 months of experience and you are likely going to stand out from all the other applicants. And if you specifically have worked with the Google Ad Grant, you'll be an even better candidate. So this looks like a very good opportunity. I would definitely check this one out. This is marketing coordinator at Cleverbridge. Again, 45K remote entry level. This looks like a very good opportunity. What I always encourage you to do, if you do see the Easy Apply, you can make sure your LinkedIn is optimized. You can use Easy Apply, but go to their website. I'm going to show you this in a few other examples, but the standing advice is go to the website and find a way to email these people directly, or find somebody on LinkedIn who may be hiring for this job and connect with them directly, because Easy Apply you just click a button, right? And that's why this job has 3,520 applicants. And remember, guys, again and again, I'll tell you this, that doesn't mean there are 3,500 qualified applicants. In fact, there are likely 3,000, I would say 300 bad applicants and maybe a couple hundred good applicants. You can look at the competing, again, when you see that your competition skill set includes communication, customer service, leadership, and Microsoft Office and teamwork. These are worthless soft skills. I shouldn't say worthless. Of course, soft skills are important, but I always say they're like the icing on a cake. If you have a cake that's just icing, you can't eat it, right? The hard skills are what you're learning in this course. And when you see a lot of competitors that have these as their highlighted skill sets, it means that you're likely getting a lot of very unskilled applicants. But it is a remote job, and it's getting a lot of people applying. Assist in the development of execution of marketing plans and campaigns. Again, ignore a bachelor's degree. Knowledge of tools like HubSpot, Google Ads, Bing. There it is, right there. Once you see Google Ads, that's you know these guys need help with Google Ads, and knowledge of basic digital marketing practices and terms. Definitely looks like a good opportunity. I would apply for this. Here's a paid search specialist at 2U. This is an interesting one, 58K to 75K. Now that, when you see a huge range in salary like that, that means that they're likely to say, we want someone who's got a lot of experience, but we're willing to train someone with less experience. So they are, this is something to do with higher education, from free courses to full degrees. I actually don't know how I feel about this company, because I think they're probably partnering with colleges to help promote college in some way, or maybe they're trying to offer alternatives. But whatever they are, they're looking for a paid search specialist. It is remote. They want someone to manage strategy, execution, and performance of paid search marketing campaigns, Google Ads, A/B testing, critical thinking, all that stuff. 1 to 3 years of experience in paid media management. What did I say, guys? This is why it says 58 to 75K. They're like, hey, if you got 1 year experience, we'll give you 58K. If you got 3 years of experience, we'll give you 75K. But again, you can come in with your 2 months experience, 3 months experience from the course and still be a very, very viable candidate. Experience with Google Ads. I like how it says experience with these things, attention to detail. Again, at the bottom, bachelor's degree or higher. If you have one, great. If you don't worry about it. I'm going to be saying this. I mean, I've been doing this for 8 years, guys, and I think hopefully 10 years from now, I won't have to keep saying this. They will have eliminated bachelor's degrees from all these job requirements. But in the meantime, I'm here to tell you, don't be intimidated if you see that. Yeah, this is very interesting. And 317 applicants. A lot of entry level, communication, customer service, marketing. You got people applying with, this is what's interesting too, is you've got people who are applying with master's degrees or MBAs. This is where this person is going to have to get a reality check. The person's going to apply with an MBA or a master's degree in marketing, and they won't know a thing about Google Ads. And you come in, maybe you don't have a degree and you have a few months experience, you're going to know more than these guys. I'm telling you this again and again. I should republish the interview I did with my student Rain. He had an MBA. He's hiring people. He's telling me the exact thing, guys. I know it's hard to believe, but it's how it actually is. So don't be intimidated. Apply for this one. here is digital marketing specialist at Libsyn 2 months ago. So that's always an interesting, which means that they still haven't found anybody. Pittsburgh or remote? I'll take remote. Support digital marketing strategy, implement programs and tactics to increase product demand, develop and execute digital marketing strategies. Google Ads. Again, that's the main thing you want to work on. Now it talks about social media display. You can even ask them, say how much of your client budget is going to Google Ads, how much is going to display advertising. It's going to be mostly Google Ads. And social media is Facebook, which we do teach in the course, but again, you just need to have a very, very bare minimum knowledge of that. Analyze key performance metrics, Google Analytics, and then it talks about SEO. And again, this is one of the reasons why I tell you to learn PPC and SEO. It's really funny because it's talking about Google Ads and then they say strong understanding of SEO. And what I would tell you guys is that as you get further into your career, you would not usually take a job that wants you to do PPC and SEO unless it's a very small company and you like both things. But since it's early in your career, you should aim to wow these people and say, hey, guess what? I know Google Ads and I've done an SEO audit. I know both these things, and you will stand out from everyone else, especially since they're saying only 1 year experience in digital marketing preferred. Meaning, again, the bar is very, very low. And it's been up for 2 months, and that tells me that they have not had any good, really good applicants. Yeah, I think this looks like a really good one. I would definitely check this one out. Here is an associate paid search, Cleveland, Ohio. Again, 40 to 60K. What does that tell you guys? You should know this by now. It means they want someone with experience, but they're willing to hire someone without it. Over 100 applicants. Easy apply. When you see easy apply, make sure you check out the actual website. Minimum 1 to 3 years of experience in paid search. What did I tell you guys? 40 to 60. Now, if you have 3 years of experience in paid search, you're gonna be making more than 60. So when you see a company that's paying on the lower side of things as a newcomer, it's okay as long as they're not really underpaying. They're not paying you like 30,000 or 20,000. That would be ridiculous. But 40, 50K entry level, this is probably a great place to get your entry level experience so you can level up to that next position. And again, it's unlimited PTO, work from everywhere. I like how it says you can't say very competitive pay and then not have competitive pay. But again, maybe they'll offer you 55 or 60K entry level, and that would be a really good indication of a good company to work for. But I think that I also like the fact that they have an expert understanding of how to set up campaigns. It's very simple, their explanation here. And again, just ignore that. Because again, these guys, like I think even the founders of these companies, the people who are actually doing the digital marketing, they don't care if you have a degree. It's usually someone in the human resources department. So I would definitely give this one a shot. Here is a digital marketing specialist position at Bolt Farm Treehouse, which sounds like a pretty cool, I don't know what they actually do there, but you'll find out in a minute because I went over to their website. I actually, because it's been up for 3 months, I wanted to go to their actual website, and I actually Googled it and did all this searching, but I could have just clicked on apply and it was actually going to take me right to the same page. Are you a digital maestro who crafts compelling narratives and drive results? Looks pretty cool. So I would, it's like you have to apply on their website, but I want you to get into that habit again. Even if it did have an easy apply, you should still apply there. 500 cash reward if you refer the person we hire. You could probably get that yourself or give it to me. Competitive salary, minimum 2 years of experience in similar role. Don't worry about that. What's interesting about this is that they haven't mentioned, they said paid social and organic realm. So that means SEO and Facebook ads and search engine marketing. So what's funny about this is that they've had a lot of applicants. They didn't use the word Google ads or Facebook ads. They're using kind of tangential language. They did mention SEM specialist, paid social specialist. So I'd be really curious about the crop of people they've gotten because they've been, again, this has been up for 3 months, over 100 applicants. I think everything you've got in the course is going to have prepared you for a job like this. But this also, it's remote and it looks like kind of a cool place. What is the Bolt Treehouse? What is it? Bolt Treehouse. It's a wellness retreat. Well, that would be a cool job. I would love to work for a wellness retreat. So if any of you guys are into mind, body, relaxation, definitely check this one out. Okay, junior digital marketing account executive, WebFX. Guys, I post this company, WebFX. I've posted them every month for 3 years. They are a huge agency in Pennsylvania. They've been named best place to work. The only thing I don't like about them is they have this BS about the bachelor's degree. So I look at it like this. Like, look, if you happen to have gotten the bachelor's degree, I know a lot of you students, like I was like that. I got a 3.5 GPA in my bachelor's degree that no one has ever asked me about in my entire adult life, considering all the work and money that went into getting that. If you have it, great. Tell them about it. If not, you understand this is a junior position. So they're getting people who are like one of the qualifications is having a summer job or customer service. I mean, that means this is a very, very, very low level position. But what I would do is come in with everything you did in the course. You're going to blow them away. You're going to have so much more experience than anyone applying. And even if you don't have a degree, I'm sure that unless they're complete fools, they will recognize your talent. But they're talking about things like Google Analytics, PPC, SEO, all this stuff. I would definitely, and then this is, $45K. This is a great entry-level salary. It looks like a really good place to work. I would definitely, it says on site. I don't know if maybe they'd be open to remote, but what I also tell my students is that if you're young and you're not attached, I've had students move to get a job because it's like people move across the country to go to college. Why not do that to get a job that can actually pay you money and lead you to a higher paying job in the future? So I would definitely just bookmark WebFX and always be applying to these guys and just bug them. Like get on LinkedIn and bother them. They are hiring so frequently, you cannot when a company is hiring that much, they cannot turn people away like you that have these skills, repeatedly. And don't worry. People always oh, I don't want to bother people. I'm like, yeah, don't apply for a job and then 5 minutes later say, did you look at my application? But it's if it's been a week or so, you can always follow up. Search engine optimization specialist. Okay, this is a hybrid job in Ohio. So again, when you're in Ohio or these smaller cities, Westlake, there's not going to be that many people. In fact, I'm curious where the people who applied from Greater Cleveland, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. So Cleveland and Pakistan and Bangladesh. So basically, you could, if you're in the U.S., again, you can either live in this area. If you don't live there, at least you'd be in the U.S. and you could discuss either, again, moving or some type of remote opportunity. Easy apply, go ahead and go right to their website. In fact, I think Choice Local is it's a pretty big agency, and I just saw they have a careers page here. So let's take a look. They've got this talking about all the benefits. So what I would do is, click on here for open positions. So again, go ahead and apply. Make sure your LinkedIn is optimized. Apply here. I haven't even shown you the job. Sorry, guys. Competitive pay, dental, vision, 401k, paid maternity, all that stuff. It's basically an SEO job. SEO manager. Implement SEO strategies, attention to detail, analytics, SEO tools. I'm pretty sure there's Google My Business involved in this. Understanding of SEO principles and best practices, and experience in Google Ads, Screaming Frog, Moz, the stuff we talk about, and WordPress, stuff we talk about in the course. It looks like a really good opportunity, but where's my window? I don't know what I just did with the, all right, I'm just gonna do it again. I'm curious. Choice Local. You ever open up a window and then you lose it? I just did that. I'm curious about, and it looks like they're looking for PPC as well, and they have an open application page. Oh, okay, so they sent you over to LinkedIn to look at all the different jobs. So they've got, these two jobs open. But I still, you can always go to their website and apply, where it just says we're always taking applications, guys. And I've told you again and again. I think I had a student who told me this, and this is kind of extreme. Yeah, this student said, sometimes all you need is patience. I applied to a job over a year ago, and they just emailed me for an interview. This is a student who actually, he already got an internship and a job since then. And this is really an extreme example. But my point is, these companies will keep your resume on file, and you may get a call when you don't expect it. But it shouldn't take them a year. Okay. So Choice Local. Here's Clemens Media Group, digital marketing specialist remote. 1 week ago, over 100 applicants. Developing, implementing, and managing our digital marketing campaigns. I like how it just says digital marketing campaigns. We got to assume it's Google Ads. And then it says, here it is, SEO and SEM, meaning SEO and Google Ads. Again, ignore bachelor's degree. And here was something, when I saw it didn't have it said, it just doesn't, there's no photo. And and it's part-time, which is unusual, but it does happen. I actually Googled them and found, okay, they do have an actual, here's their careers page, and you can read more about SEO analyst, digital marketing specialist, SEO, SEM. So again, once you find an agency like this and you apply, your resume will go on their file. You can email this guy directly, and always feel free to follow up with them. Agencies like this are always hiring, and you should have a list. I already give you a list of agencies in the course, but you should have a list of agencies that you've applied to, or that are kind of in a pipeline. And you can come back to these agencies in a year or two when you have more experience and see if they have senior positions available. Here is an SEO associate position with WikiHow, which we all know WikiHow. This is interesting. Designing and conducting competitive analysis, SEO testing, query research optimization. WikiHow's small, powerful SEO team. It is one of the world's most successful domains. That's pretty cool. Deep interest in learning search. It's interesting. Deep interest in learning search engine optimization, and then it says at least 1 year SEO experience and familiarity with SEMrush and Ahrefs. Guys, you have that in the course. The only thing about this is that you have to be in Washington, Oregon, or California. But I'm sure there are students in those states watching this video, and this is really good entry-level pay, 60 to 75K. This looks like a really cool place to work. And as they say, they're experiencing a high volume application. So I would definitely, I would apply for this one if you're into SEO. It's a digital media buyer, MDR, Corpus Christi, Texas. It's hybrid, so you may have to be in Texas. Maybe you could work out a remote thing. Digital media buyer is, okay, so this role is located in Texas with flexibility for hybrid work, but that's already going to reduce their potential applicant pool. Again, you can do easy apply, but I would go to their website, develop comprehensive digital media campaigns, paid search, and social advertising, meaning Google Ads primarily. Time management skills, that probably means you're going to have a number of clients. But again, it says 1 year of digital experience. And again, this is so silly with this bachelor's degree thing. I like a broken record, but you can go to any university in the United States and world and ask the students, are you learning Google Ads? Are you learning Facebook ads? And they're going to say no. So it's like really silly and likely, not. Again, Rebecca, God bless her, she's a human resources person. She doesn't know anything about digital marketing, but because of how she was trained as a human resources person, she's told, oh, they should have a bachelor's degree in marketing or communications, and communications is an even more worthless degree. So again, you have to show up, and basically your goal when you apply to these jobs is talk to the digital marketing people, not to the human resource person. I mean, you have to talk to the human resources person first, but even if they're like, well, you don't have a degree, don't worry about it. Okay, it's very rare that happens these days. It's happened a couple of times. It's like I can count it on one hand or two hands how many times someone without a degree is really disqualified because of that. When they see your experience and your knowledge, that's what gets you the job. It says experience with Google Ads, experience with Facebook ads. This is great. This is definitely an entry-level position, 50K. This is really good. They're going to probably have to open up to remote workers because, if they can't find anyone, I'm sorry, even when you say this is located in Corpus Christi, Texas, there aren't that many people in Corpus Christi, Texas that know how to do this stuff. So this will be very, very interesting. It'll be very interesting to see who's applying and so forth. Let's see. Analytical skills. But yeah, I think this is a good one. I would apply for that. SEO Specialist 2, Cars Commerce. This is fanatical about simplifying everything about car buying and selling. They do cars.com. Dealer inspired, guys, that they've hired a lot of my students. So this is this already looking good. Preliminary research, following established process, organic strength, weaknesses, and threats for assigned clients. So this is SEO stuff, Google My Business, content editing, et cetera, et cetera. Active interest in organic search engine digital marketing, and loving to stay abreast of industry news and updates, and always learning attitude. Guys, it's right there. This is how my students get hired. Again, when you don't have the experience, you tell them, I don't have that much experience, but look what I've done in a short amount of time. I did an SEO audit. I've worked on this client side. I'm learning this. I'm learning that. I'm learning about the algorithm. I subscribe to this blog and that blog. People want that, and they're actually putting it right here in the job posting. Fully functional in all areas of SEO. That's interesting. At least 6 months of experience at dealer. Okay, that's very strange. I don't understand that. If they were hiring in-house, they wouldn't have put it on LinkedIn. So I would ignore that. But anyway, I would apply here. Definitely check that one out. I want to get, go through these very quickly because I want you to put time and care into each application, but I also don't want you to get hung up on one opportunity. It's like sales. I've done phone sales. When you're in phone sales, you're giving everything you've got to the customer that's on the phone, but you're not attached. You're like, okay, if this person's going to buy, great. If not, I'm moving on. If this company is interested, great. If not, I'm moving on, because there's literally 104,000 open jobs in the United States. And you couldn't even apply to all those jobs it would take you years to do that. So you're just looking for the right opportunity, not every opportunity. Okay, digital marketing specialist, remote opportunity, the Navigators. Over 100 applicants. So this is interesting. This is definitely entry level. When you see $18 to $25 an hour, that's low. That's like between just under 40K and 50K. So it's not the ideal for long term, but for entry level, I said this is fine because remember, you're getting that experience that's going to leverage you to a higher pay. Web. So it talks about set up and edit landing pages, research blog posts, SEO. Email. This is not the stuff I really teach in the course or focus on, but it's talking about campaign. This is the main thing here. Ad campaign planning. The chances of these guys finding somebody that knows how to set up a web page is not that difficult. But finding someone that can actually set up a proper Google Ads campaign is much more difficult for these guys. And it's weird when they lump everything in like this. It's telling me that this is a very entry-level position, and that this probably isn't a place where you'd want to spend your whole career, but it could be a good place to get things going because you get your hands on a lot of different things. And this was interesting. This is they have a spiritual thing, which honestly, this is a little bit dicey, guys. Have never seen this. I don't think companies are actually allowed to discriminate based on spiritual or religious beliefs. That's really interesting. And they have their little inclusive thing here. This is interesting because normally I don't pay attention to these things, but let me see. Navigators. No, I don't want them to share everything. Let me see. The Navigators. Digital marketing specialist. No. Let me find them. Sorry, guys. This is happening in real time. I'm very curious what their mission statement is, because obviously there's cultural fit where so this is a Christian thing, right? But I'm like, I don't think they can really not hire you if you're not Christian. So I would say though, just because again, I don't want to get hung up on any of these things. I think you just move on to the next opportunity. If you are Christian, this is a good opportunity for you. If not, I probably would just skip it and move on to the next one. Here's digital media manager. That's interesting. We'll talk about attention to detail. I think I would just literally message this person and say, by the way, you misspelled manager. Do it in a polite way, not a smart aleck kind of way. It's a full service strategic marketing firm. Honestly, they'll probably be impressed that you caught it. Any good company would be like, we appreciate you pointing that out. They won't be embarrassed by it, or maybe they'd be embarrassed, but they would still want to talk to you. Digital media manager, strong analytical skills, verbal communication skills, knowledge of search engine and SEM. Again, this is the main thing you're working for, because a lot of these other little bullet points here, they're just throwing out, it's like salad dressing, blah, blah, blah. The main thing is SEO and SEM. It is a hybrid, and it is in Texas, but again, that's why they only have the 45 applicants. It's Amarillo, Texas. I don't think they're going to find too many people that know SEO and PPC there. So I would apply, and again, very politely point out the fact that they misspelled the thing there. You shouldn't feel shy about that. Again, don't be obnoxious. Don't be like, hey, you misspelled it. But I just want to let you know, just so you're aware, so that people don't get the wrong impression about the position. It is slightly misspelled, which I think is very funny because I wonder if they have detail oriented on here. No, they say problem solving, but they don't say detail oriented. I think it would be really funny if it said detail oriented. Could be a test to see if you are detail oriented. Here is a digital marketing specialist at Leap Partners. Now this is interesting because it says starting at $70K a year, which is probably why they have so many applicants. In fact, they have 3,000 applicants because it's $70K a year. People will see this and click this button. They don't know anything about digital marketing, and they will click this button, guys. That's again, I'm trying to drill this into your head. Do not be intimidated. It does not mean that there were 3,000 amazing digital marketers applying. Let's see, who's in here? Communication, customer service, Excel, Office. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I've hired for jobs people apply who have no idea what the job is. SEMrush, SEO, SEO strategies. This is very much an SEO position. And what's interesting is I was like 70K. So I actually Googled them and I wanted to see if they were legit. And they are actually an HVAC company. So it makes sense. HVAC, they make a lot of money. Plumbing and HVAC and electrical service companies do very, very well. They can afford to pay that. And you can go right over to their actual website and see if they, I don't think they have a careers page on here, but it's still good to check out and research their website so that you have something to talk about. Being an in-house digital marketing specialist, developing SEO strategies, working on WordPress, knowledge of SEO best practices, remote arrangement, all that stuff. Looks like a really good opportunity for any of you guys that are SEO and WordPress focused. So I would definitely check this one out. Paid media manager, VSSL agency. Okay, so this is, this 70 to 90K means this probably they want a little more experience. But this is what's funny. They have a cute, vessel. It's pronounced vessel. We're a ship. We're fast. We're agile. They got that kind of, hip language. Google ads, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube display ads. Again, this is the main thing. Don't worry about those other things. If you took a quick, YouTube video on Twitter ads, you'd probably know more than most people. Again, it's just because there's, $200 billion being spent on Google ads, hundreds of billions being spent on Facebook, and on LinkedIn and Twitter, it's like 5 billion, 10 billion, something like that. Successful experiences, PPC. Now, when it says the analytics to prove it, don't worry about that. Nobody can demand that you show them proof of what you did with another client. You can say it's confidential. It's my client's information. But again, I also wouldn't be intimidated because they have this high salary. They are probably getting a lot of applications. Again, look at the additional skills: communication, customer service, leadership. Those three things, that's always an indication that lots of unqualified people are applying. And when it says Google Ads certification, a plus. Remember, I show you this in every walkthrough video. That's like saying we want a truck driver, and if you have a license, that would be a plus. No, every person who is a successful PPC manager has Google Ads certification. So I would definitely apply to this one, and definitely Google, if they're a really big agency, Google their agency, find out more about them. Here is a search marketing specialist at Media Goats. I assume GOAT is like greatest of all time. Marketing digital skills, search marketing specialist, detail oriented. I like this. This is kind of a very short one. They've only had a few applicants. A lot of them are from overseas. So this looks like this is going to be a real, and it's in Delaware. I mean, that's pretty much the reason. If it's hybrid in Delaware, you should still apply. If the majority of their applicants are coming from overseas, legally, remember guys, legally these companies cannot hire someone from overseas as a salaried employee. That's U.S. labor law. Even if you're in the U.S., I would still apply. You can use Easy Apply, but go to their website and check them out. And they're not finding anyone in Delaware who can do this. Auden Street, part-time digital marketing specialist, 20 to 35 an hour, remote contract. Develop digital marketing strategies, SEM, SEO, and again, bachelor's degree in marketing and advertising is encouraged, but not required. It's funny too when somebody's like, "You need to have a bachelor's degree, but we're not going to even use proper grammar." It's encouraged. Proven experience in successful digital marketing campaigns, knowledge of Meta, blah blah blah, and Google Ads. You guys have that in the course. 1 year of experience. $20 to $35 an hour, again, at the low end, that's $40K a year. This is definitely an entry-level position, definitely a good opportunity. It's a part-time one. Some people want a part-time job, so I would definitely check this one out. Okay, here is an SEO analyst at 6th Media in Lehi, Utah. And again, hybrid, they're looking for people in Utah. Not too many people in Utah have SEO skills, just because it's a small state. 50K to 80K, so that is another thing when you see that. Huge gap in pay means they're looking for somebody with a lot of experience, but will open to someone with less experience. Experience in SEO strategy, on-page, off-page SEO, Ahrefs, Screaming Frog. They would say SEMrush should be on there too. Experience with PPC and paid social is a plus, but not required. Again, guys, this is why I teach you all these things. When you show up and you could be like, I got my SEO audit, I know SEO, but I also know a little bit about PPC, you would definitely stand out from the other applicants. Now, again, I'm really curious, okay, so they've got people from Pakistan, Dallas, Fort Worth. Just not a lot of people in Utah are going to be applying for this. I would look up their agency, apply directly, And I think that what it's saying is that if you're entry level from my course, you could probably get 50, 55K starting out. And you know, again, don't be intimidated because it's in Utah and they say hybrid. They are going to have to. These companies will have to be open to remote opportunities if they cannot find someone that lives nearby, or you could move there. Again, I've had students do that, but you don't have to. You know, it depends on your situation. But again, the point is you have a lot of options, and this is a good one. So I'm going to wrap it up. I just wanted to share a little bit inside the Facebook group with you. Samara just got a job and posted about it, which is awesome. She's making 50K doing PPC, Google, Facebook. You know, I always post up here. Juan is one of my coaches, and he was posting that he had a position open, which is great. A lot of alumni come back and tell people when they have open positions in their jobs. Johnny got hired. I'm going to be posting these testimonials at some point. I always love the fact that, like, I posted something about my YouTube channel, and this student came in and said he took my course 3 years ago and he wants to give me a testimonial. I haven't even heard from him in 3 years. This student, Ronaldo, was telling me how I think he got a job offer for TikTok or something. Basically, I think he got up to, 180K job offer. And again, these students just reach out of the blue, which I think is great. So yeah, I love the community. There's still so many opportunities. The economy has slowed down in the last year. Interest rates are up, but digital marketing, you've heard of tech layoffs and things like that. They have nothing to do with digital marketing. These are advertising jobs that have to do with technology. So companies still need to spend money. They've got to spend that money to get people to buy their stuff. When next Thanksgiving, Black Friday is going to come around. It's going to be another bunch of news articles about how broke another record of advertising and sales on Amazon and things like that. The field just continues to grow. I'd say it's in a kind of a plateau right now at the moment, but it's been consistently over 100,000 jobs every month. And, this is still 3 to 4 times more jobs than there ever were when I started the course back in 2016, 2017. So there's still a ton of opportunities. You don't need a degree. You don't need previous experience. If you want to learn more about how this is possible, please make sure to check out my free webinar by clicking the link below or going to digitalcareerblueprint.com, or I have a link below that where you can learn more about the full training that I have that has helped thousands of people get jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education in the past 8 years now we've been doing this, and I'm going to keep going. So long as the jobs are there, I'm going to keep helping people understand how to get into this field, because it's a very life-changing skill set, and I love interviewing my students, seeing how the skill has changed their lives, and you can have the same experience in your life if you learn the skills and learn to apply value and learn to provide value for companies. Anyway, guys, as you can tell, I'm going to wrap this up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will see you in the next video.